Yes, good day once again. Great core of geography students. We want to talk about the differences between industrial development zones and spatial development initiatives. Uh, we actually want to quickly work on that and quickly discuss them. What is the differences between the two and factors that were favoring the development of each of them? So, industrial development zones are we said these were development strategies which aims to encourage manufacturing. They aimed in encouragement of manufacturing in areas and use of resources in those areas for to produce goods instead of importing them. So we said that it is beneficiation. So now, what is important is that government has to come with strategies that is to identify places with resources that are unexploited and also the areas are underdeveloped. So those resources or those places where to use the resources within those areas, identify places which are underdeveloped, and also encourage manufacturing in those areas through the use of resources within those areas. So now the resources in those areas were to import self-reliance, to support self-reliance, uh, doing away with importation and encouragement of localization of production. So they are generally located around trade routes. The IDZ are normally generally located along transport routes that have international links. As you remember, we said that the production has to do in order to promote what? In order to promote exports. So international links, international routes leading to other countries. We talk about the harbors and also airports. Harbors or airports that can link to what to international countries and so forth can be able to support exportation. That is all about what? About IDZ. And then special development initiatives. The aim here is to promote growth in areas that are underdeveloped but have economic potential, e.g., creation of new jobs and improved infrastructure to attract. We are saying creation of new jobs and improved new infrastructure to attract foreign investors. uh, Foreign direct investment is very important. So it has to do with promotion of growth in areas that are underdeveloped but have economic potential. So in that regard, what is happening here is that there is need for creation of new jobs and also improvement of infrastructure. When a place or when a region, when a province has got good infrastructure, foreign direct investment also becomes easier. It infrastructure remains an attractive facility and function within a country, within a region, within a place. So infrastructural development was meant in order to improve or in order to boost foreign direct investment. We have got Maputo Development Corridor as an example. Maputo Development Corridor, World Coast, and Limpopo are some special development initiatives. The Maputo Corridor initiative it connected Gauteng, it connected Mpumalanga, Mozambique, resulting in a major trade corridor. So there is a trade relationship that is established because of the corridor that is created. So it created many investment opportunities and upgraded infrastructure along the corridor. Upgraded infrastructure along the corridor. So the difference, the difference between in special development initiative and industrial development is that IDs special development initiatives are broad geographical areas within which different economic activities can take place. Broad geographical areas within which different economic activities can take place, while IDZ are specific smaller areas targeted for industrial export manufacturing. export manufacturing is taking place with IDZ. However, with SDI, it is broad geographical areas within different economic activities that is being supported and promoted. So as you can look at it, we want to look at the uh, tabulation that I put here. We have got IDZ, IDZ here. The differences usually close to the harbors or ports. IDZ are usually close to the harbors or port. They include already existing factories in town. They include already existing factories in town. Government plans upgrade. Government plans upgrade of infrastructure and services to attract further development. So by further development in infrastructure, government it has to take part in there so as to attract further development. And then ITZ are in small cases linked to each other or other major cities by SDIs. They are linked together or linked to each other or other major cities by spatial development initiatives. So, spatial development initiatives is a development corridor, a development pathway, a development link that is development along major transport routes, for example, major highways. So the major highway is connecting the different places that have got potential for growth. So connect major industrial or mining areas. Major industrial or mining areas are connected. We have given an example. For example, we have given an example here that we are talking about the connection between Gauteng, Mpumalanga, and Mozambique, which actually resulted in a bigger major trade corridor that we are talking about as an example in terms of the connection of major industrial mining areas. So government improves infrastructure all along the development corridor to stimulate development and access to areas along the route. So areas that are along the route, they have to receive government support in infrastructure along the corridor to stimulate that development. Small towns and activities such as farming, tourism are developed along the route. It's because we are saying there is a viable business that tends to grow also along the route. So we have got small towns and activities that can also grow there. So we are talking about the parasitic industrial relationship to say because along the major routes there are businesses that are happening there. So other smaller supporting businesses can also come into play. So therefore they can as well have an already existing market for them to continue existing. So we have got the Saudabe IDZ. It is located in Western Cape. It is 105 kilometers north of Cape Town, uh, developed on the northern shore of the bay. Is South Africa's first sector-specific industrial development zone, catering specifically to the oil and gas, maritime fabrication and repair. So if you can see here, I'm saying we need to know, as grade 12, we need to understand typical examples of IDZ. So we have got the Saudi Bay Industrial Development Initiative, Industrial Development Zone. So now we need to know where is it located. It is actually in Western Cape and it is north of Cape Town by 105 kilometers. It is also South Africa's first sector-specific industrial development zone that caters to the oil and gas maritime fabrication and repair. Government mandate when setting up this bay. What was the government mandate there? Manage government intentions, government mandate, government intentions, government intentions when setting up this one was to manage, market and promote the Saudi Bay IDZ within the focus of an oil and gas services and marine repair cluster. It actually focuses to provide for internal infrastructure to enable investors to set up their operations, provide internal infrastructure development in order for investors to set up their operations, provide suitable land for development. When government was setting the South Bay, it was actually providing suitable land for development and also assist investors in the ease of doing business. The ease of doing business is through various development activities that are coming along with the establishment of the bay. So the bay, as it was set up, investors were also made easier to access or to do their business within the area. So what are the main business functions that are in Saudi Bay? So we talk about oil and gas services, uh, the marine repair cluster, the maritime shipping building and repair, as in talking about the boats and so forth that can be repaired there, the steel and mineral production and manufacturing also taking place. Main industries in Saudi Bay, what are the main industries that are there? So these are the three main typical ones. Specific factors favoring the establishment of Saudi Bay. What are the main specific factors favoring it? It has got deep port, which allows for large and heavily loaded ships. The path of water helps get them to access the deep water ports. So we are talking about presence of the plenty of water where the port allows for cheaper export of goods and cheaper imports of items needed for manufacturing. We talked about the manufacturing in terms of what? In terms of the marine repair cluster. So therefore, we are saying it is an exit and entry point that would allow cheaper exportation of goods and also importation of the needed components in terms of the manufacturing and repairing. So, good geographical position. Location creates a linkage point for both sub-Saharan Africa and international markets. The factors favoring the South Bay establishment. It is the geographical position which creates a good linkage point for sub-Saharan Africa and international markets. Good good transport links with the southwestern Cape core industrial region also plays a good role there. There is a good transport link, also a growing demand for offshore oil, gas platforms and components, services and repair in West Africa. So there is a market establishment arising from West Africa, which has a good demand for oil and gas. Therefore, it is an export business that is earning South Africa also more money. Existing relationship with neighboring African countries, they are good. There is a good relationship with other African countries that allows exportation, which is one of the key reasons of establishment of what? Of IDZ. Government support, government provides the infrastructural support, it provides all the necessary intervention and control mechanisms, even security and everything, which would enable the growth and the growth and survival of the businesses there. Labor supply, there is a good supply of labor in the region. Many people are migrating and are there. Many people are entering into the zone, which provides good supply of labor, much needed labor in various businesses and industries that are established within the region, and also sufficient land available. We talked about that there is enough space. Land is actually available that can support the businesses going and taking place there. Sufficient electricity supply supplied by renewable energy production. We talked about power supply as one of the key factors or key requirements in industrial establishment. So there is also good electricity supply, which remains a good favorable factor in terms of the establishment. Platinum Spatial Development Initiative. Platinum Spatial Development Initiative. Industrial ventures automotive assembly supply chain projects, leather, ornamental stone, wood and paper products, food and beverages, electronics, furniture, metal products, sufficient raw materials, e.g. black granite for ornamental stone. All these we are talking about is types of businesses that are also taking place there. Tourism, more than 130 potential tourism-related developments were identified, e.g. Sun City. For example, Sun City, the Lost Palace, and the Pelinsberg Game Park. It must be noted that tourism will stimulate growth in the secondary sector, e.g. Construction and infrastructure. Obviously, in a very good economy where tourism is doing well, secondary sector production takes place, construction of infrastructure, construction of other social services and amenities would also flourish within those places. Agricultural production projects in Eastern Cape, in eastern part of the Special Development Initiative, we can also look into that. And then factors favoring the platinum development. These factors are more or less similar anyway. We talk about this good infrastructure. We talked about that. Transport is well linked due to linkage to other SDIs that creates good accessibility to the area. All forms of transport, e.g. the harbour to Maputo is there. Sufficient raw materials from mining and also agriculture is also there, which we talk about tabletops. Uh, Due to accessibility and demand, you have good market available, domestic and international. We are saying red market. Red market, it is also another factor that we need to look at. Water supply is a good factor again. Large labor supply and government support remains very important in that regard. Relatively cheap and sufficient electricity, which is coming from coal mines that are close to it. We also need to understand that. How about the Richards Bay Development Initiative? It is located in KZN along East Coast. Has good transport links with the core industrial regions, Durban, Pinetown, and PWV. I'm sure that in our question papers and exams, we are supposed to know these various special development initiatives, as well as how are they connected, how are they corridored together. And then main industrial activities are focused on agro-processing, industrial activity in transforming products that originate from farming, e.g. sugarcane to sugar, that is agro-processing. Business is mostly focused or concentrated or related to agriculture products. So which is done on primary level involve activities such as crop drying, shelling, threshing, cleaning, grading, and packaging. We talk about secondary level, which entails increasing the nutritional value or market value. We talk about value addition, value addition of commodities and changing the physical form or appearance of the product, which also adds income and money to the supplier and the producers. Metal beneficiation, which is a process that improves benefits the economic value of the ore, producing aluminium and iron ore steel as good examples within that respect. Specific factors favoring the Richards Bay Development Initiative. What are the specific factors favoring Richards Bay Development Initiative? We talk about the deep port. We talk about that waters that allows for cheaper export of goods and cheaper imports of items for manufacturing. We talk about the link due to linkage with the core industrial region, the Durban PWV, and creates good accessibility, sufficient raw materials, e.g. sugarcane, red market, both international and local, suitable climatic conditions for agricultural production. Talk about that sugarcane. That is a good example of, we can say that sugarcane, we can give as an example in that respect. So we are saying factors that are favoring the establishment of, the factors that are favoring the establishment of Souda Bay. We talk about rainfall, large supply of labor, sufficient land, and also electricity, which we are also saying there are also good points in that regard. The social and economic benefits of IDZ. What are the benefits of IDZ? They create both of them. We are talking about the social and economic benefits of IDZ and SDI, creation of employment. Obviously, we talk about export production in IDZ. We talk about the development of corridors in SDI. They create employment, earning potential increases in terms of industrial establishment. Industrial establishment, we talk about infrastructure, which are also coming as a result of what? Of these IDZ and SDIs. Buying power of local increase, the multiplier effect. We are saying amount of money or whatever spent at the beginning is not equivalent to what is being benefited at the end. The multiplier effect. Improvement in quality of life of people, which we talk about employment, allow them to afford the basic needs. Skills development, which is coming because of trainings which are coming in. We talk about manpower development, manpower development plans. They are also very important. Infrastructure development, improvement in services and facilities, e.g. tourism resulting in more recreation facilities, which we can say that they resulted also in infrastructure expansion, and then more investment and greater income in the area. We talk about foreign direct investment also increasing because of strategies and functions that are taking place from the what? From the SDI and IDZ. Let's just quickly look at issues related to industrial centralization and decentralization. Industrial centralization is when industries are concentrated in few core areas. That's what we mean by industrialization. I mean centralization, sorry. Centralization, businesses, industries are concentrated, are clustered, are found within core areas. And then what is the positive thing about that? They share infrastructure, such as they share infrastructure, transport, power, water, and services, etc., which can be actually beneficial to all the industries within the area. They are able to share the resources. And then the negative problem with that, the negative challenge is that distribution of wealth across the country is unequal, which results in unequal regional development. One region becomes more developed than the other, strain on physical infrastructure. Another problem, e.g. pollution, congestion, massive rural area migration, rural urban migration, which decreases development around the rural areas. We talk about the development of slum settlements, informal settlements. As people migrate, employment opportunity decreases in outlying areas or in the rural areas. In the rural areas, employment opportunities are not there. So this results in what? Rural urban migration, rural depopulation. And also we talk about all other social ills that can arise in urban areas or in these core areas where people are concentrated. So therefore, there is need for decentralization. So industrial decentralization is the movement of industries from core areas to the periphery. Industries are relocated, are built, are established out of the core areas or within the periphery. So SDI and IDZ played a part in promoting the decentralization process. This will definitely help to decrease what? This will definitely help to decrease problems associated with industrial centralization. Decentralization will enable uh, the equal growth of the country. Equity, it will enable uh, equal access of resources and economic resources of the country. Therefore, decentralization can be a way to go, and also avoiding straining of our social services and other economic functions. So, thank you very much for your time. Please just check and keep connected so that we can be able to do the best in the final upcoming exams. Thank you once again. Keep connected. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. We are coming back in the next video with questions, technical, national questions that can come on this topic of South Africa development uh, strategies, industrial development strategies. Just look forward, just check it. It actually analyzes these initiatives and these development plans. How are they making sense and to what extent? So please just keep checking. They are coming. Just keep connected. Thank you once again.